Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about image classification tutorial using TensorFlow. So in this TensorFlow, especially we are going to see the TensorFlow Lite model maker. So this is nothing but it will just simplify the process of adapting and converting a. So if you want to install this model, first you have to do this pip install underscore q tf lite underscore model underscore maker. So now we are going to discuss about the codings. So we are going to see that TensorFlow based Python codes. So first step, you have to import the OS, import numerical Python library, import the TensorFlow library as TF. Then you can check the version of the TF. It should be above 2. Then from the TF Lite model maker, we have to import the model spec, image classifier, export format, quantization format, data matplotlib.pyplot library. Then comes for the input image. So from where you have to take the image. So this is an example data. So we have taken from the Google APIs itself. So Google API.com slash download.tensorflow.org. In that we have taken the example images. Under that the exact file name is flower underscore photos. So from this path only we are downloading the images. So when you run this code initially, it will take more time to download the images. So for me also it took more time. So that's why I ran the code earlier itself. I'm not running the code on live now. I ran the code before 5 minutes. So we will be downloading the images. So if you want to use your own image, you can use the upload option also. There you can keep your own data set. Okay, so after keeping the images, after calling the loading the images here, we have to split the data into train data and test data. So after you prepare the training data and testing data value, we have to prepare the TensorFlow model. So image underscore classifier dot create. So initially we are creating the training data here, and the model type is sequential. You can see. So these values appear after we execute the program. I have ran the code. That's why these values are appearing here. So you can see the layer type, output shape, parameter, and there are 5 iterations are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after creation of the model, we need to evaluate the model. So model.evaluate, it will gives you the loss value as well as the accuracy value. Then you have to export this to TensorFlow Lite model. So using the command model.export, so now we are going to see the flower data set. So this data set only we are going to upload to the TensorFlow. So in this flower underscore photos, there are different types of photos are available. Daisy flower, dandelion, roses, sunflowers, tulips. So here we are mentioning the website location using data loader. We have to load the data. Then we have to split the values as training data and testing data. Now I am going to display the images present inside the database. So figure size is 10, 10. Then using for loop, you have to call all the 25 images, then display here, and you have to mention the name of the each image using the xlabel command and display. So here you can see 25 images will be there, 5 cross 5. So after calling the input image, we are customizing the TensorFlow model. So we are creating a sequential type model. And once again, we are running for 5 iterations. So if you want to see the detail about that model, you can type model.summary. It will list out all the properties of the model you created. Then finally, you have to do evaluation. Okay, so here you can see many images are there. So around 100 images are there. Okay. So when the val1 is equal to val equal to, then return black, else red. So here you can see 100 images are there. And finally, we have to export that model to the TF model. So here in left side, you can see, first you have to see here you can see still it is running on. I started to run the code before 5 minutes and it still runs on. So here you can see detailed process, load input data, customize the TensorFlow model, evaluate the model, export. So loading is nothing but you have to call all the images here. So this can be achieved using the data loader command. So these are the 4 steps. First step is you have to call the data set, split the data set into training data and testing data, then display all the images present in the data set, create a TensorFlow model, view the summary of the model. After doing that one, evaluate the customized model using model.evaluate. Finally, export to TensorFlow Lite model. So that's all about image classification using TensorFlow. So in our next session, we are going to add many sample exercise examples using TensorFlow. So thank you for watching the session.